Dogs have smell receptors 10,000 times more accurate than humans, making them highly sensitive to odors we can't perceive. A new study has shown that dogs can use their highly evolved sense of smell to pick out blood samples from people with cancer with almost 97% accuracy. The results could lead to new cancer screening approaches that are inexpensive and accurate without being invasive. This is Gateway to Knowledge, and stay tuned to know how dogs can accurately sniff out cancer in blood. Cancer is a generic term for a large group of diseases that can affect any part of the body. Other terms used for cancer include malignant tumors and neoplasms. One of the striking features of cancer includes abnormal production of cells that grow beyond their limits in the body, and sometimes invading other parts of the body and resulting in the rapid growth of it. Cancer is a leading cause of death worldwide, accounting for an estimated 9.6 million deaths in 2018. Looking at the mortality rate, it can be wondered at how devastating cancer can be. But let's think for a while, that if we can detect the cancer in its early stages by using a dog that can sniff the cancerous cells and can protect you from this life-threatening disease. I know it sounds weird, but this study was carried out by Hoong Kara, who is lead researcher at BioScent DX and performed this research. Dogs can be trained to be cancer-sniffing wizards, using their sensitive noses to detect cancerous fumes wafting from diseased cells. Dogs have such high olfactory nerves that are actually used to convey special sensory information related to smell. For your information, let me tell you that a dog's sense of smell is 1,000 times more sensitive than that of humans. In fact, a dog has more than 220 million olfactory receptors in its nose, while humans have only 5 million. Now the question that arises here is that if dogs have such high amount of olfactory receptors in their nose, then why aren't they screening people for cancer right now? Here's the short answer: dogs do well in engaging situations, such as helping law enforcement track scents or guiding search and rescue teams in disaster areas. But sniffing thousands of samples in which only a small amount of cancerous sample is present will be a challenging work with little positive reinforcement. Moreover, it takes time and energy to train these dogs, who, despite extensive preparation, still might miss a diagnosis if they're having a bad day. However, these can be used as a screening tool for that smell cancer. It's known that cancerous cells emit unique odors, but scientists have yet to identify the specific compounds responsible for these scents. One way dogs might be able to help pinpoint cancer-specific odors is to give the dog certain cancerous samples to sniff, and then slowly remove compounds from the sample. If the dog stops responding to the sample after several components are removed, then you know you've taken out that component of the mixture that is specific to the cancer. Researchers said that they can analyze these individual components and develop biochemical tests that could reliably screen the patients of cancer. The main advantage of this process is that it is a highly sensitive test for detecting cancer, and it could potentially save thousands of lives and change the way the disease is treated. For the new study, Hoong Kara and her colleagues used a form of clicker training to teach 4 dogs to distinguish between normal blood serum and samples from patients with malignant lung cancer. Out of the 4 Beagles dogs, 3 dogs correctly identified lung cancer samples, about 96.7%. This work is very exciting because it paves the way for further research along 2 paths, both of which could lead to new cancer detection tools and screening. The 2 paths include canine scent detection as a screening method for cancers, and the other path includes determining the biologic compounds that the dogs can detect and then design cancer screening tests based on those compounds. In 1989, the British journal The Lancet published the first dog sniffing out cancer report. But how these dogs can be trained and detect the cancerous cells? Trained dogs could detect specific cancers by sniffing biological samples, such as a person's breath or urine. That's because cells, even cancerous ones, give off volatile organic compounds, VOCs. Each type of cancer likely has a distinct volatile organic compound in it, meaning it has a different odor compared with other cells. So that was all about one of the possible treatment to detect cancer in its early stages. This was all for my today's video. Until next time, stay shiny, stay healthy, and be cheerful. Thanks.